Of course, we're going down the team compositions for both of these teams. We said that they're on comfort champions. I still give the edge to Aime because they have a team composition, not just comfort champions. To compare this to LGD, they do look like a strong team. Individually, their champions they're going to excel on them. But a Misfortune Kog'Maw bottom lane doesn't actually scream protect the puppy in any way. In fact, Kog'Maw's going to be a lone reindeer, trying his absolute hardest to kill everybody while they all run at him.
And I feel like that's always been the question about LGD. They are a very talented team full of very talented players, but they don't always play like a team. It's time to show now that they can do that, because you certainly know Aime are playing at the top of their game as a team.
And one thing we need to immediately hit before we even see the junglers start, Amy is the only member of LGD, barring a Shockwave, that has crowd control that is considered hard CC. They have a cocoon. They legitimately have a cocoon.
I mean, Funny has riposte if he absorbs some crowd control with it.
Yeah, but he's designed to split push, and this is what I'm saying as well. Somehow, they're going to run a 1-4 composition, utilizing a Kog'Maw Misfortune bottom lane. It's just a bit unusual. Abstract.
Well, we've been saying it all night. It is Aime. If anyone's going to do it, they are. Excuse me, LGD. Sorry. It is LGD.
It's just, like, if they do, they have no right to actually do it. But that's just what makes LGD so special.
Truly the D20 of LPL teams.
And no hard CC against the Tahm Kench is kind of funny, because it's just a Shockwave or a Cocoon that is priority. He's got a really easy job now, Road. Just be a Battletoad.
You know that I may have it in stock. Alrighty. First push advantage is going to go in favor of LGD as they look to get level 2 first. Though they do have to be a little bit cautious. In the mid lane, Godvi and Athena trading it out. Junglers both started topside and went for a standard clear. They're going to finish off with their buffs at about the same time.
Slight edge for the Elise as you're watching it, but Ben will use his smite to catch up. So now we look at where they progress from this point. Raptors are still good on 7.1 and beyond, but Elise is prioritizing them in the top side of the map.
Yeah, might be looking for a very aggressive play onto Amazing J early.
Athena just hard pushed in and recalled. He started with a Mana Crystal, so he should actually have enough for a tier.
Yeah, Amy's actually heading up towards the top lane, using Amazing J's propensity to go aggressive early on. But he's playing back right now, staying back from the minions. Flash! Ooh!
Good flash, though.
Reaction dodges the cocoon.
Yeah, Amazing J being able to get out of that one alive doesn't mean he'll win lane any further. He doesn't actually have the ability to survive if Elise does come back. But by staying alive, he's already acknowledged the game plan that LGD have, and will now have to react accordingly.
Yeah, Ben 4 immediately invades, seeing that Elise on the top side of the map. Not going to be able to take too much outside of the Gromp, but Amy should be rather happy.
No, LGD are going to stop him from getting
Are they actually going to fight him here? Ward from Imp on the far side, just to keep an eye on it. He's got to be careful not to tank the damage himself now that Road shows up.
Gromp wins this battle. They will still take it, so a long enough time has gone past with which LGD do need to go back to their lane and get the minions and collect those. As these two.
Yeah, Funny. Oh, gets in range. Oh, doesn't proc the next Vital though, and Amazing J not having a great time there. Athena, as you said, returned to lane with that tier. Godvi also got a recall as well and was able to pick up a second ring.
Athena is absurdly good at Rise. You can just see the way he's actually controlling the minion waves and doing damage to Godvi the entire time.
Trading back and forth and keeping Godvi locked down. Definitely going to be very important as Godvi can be huge.
This is constant recalling. They're fighting the minion waves and not each other.
In the bottom lane?
In the bottom lane and the middle lane. They've just consistently recalled. Amazing J as well did the exact same thing. He's at risk of dying here.
Oh, he spots Amy out, but might be too little too late. Oh. Meanwhile, Snare finds Godvi under turret.
That was Summoner's use, though. As Road decided he was a jungler.
I feel like we've seen this happen before. LGD, they're playing the map right now. Or excuse me, both LGD and Aime are playing the map right now. Road going for the early roams. We haven't seen too much outside of the invade from Ben 4, but Amy has ganked top twice now.
And the thing we have to actually highlight is it's not necessarily even strategic for the most part. Amy going top is, but Road being here is opportunistic instead. They're just taking opportunities because they're controlling minion waves. There's now Ben 4 having a crack.
Yeah, Amazing Jay getting very aggressive, and Amy's immediately like, something's off. We can't do this. And dashes back, going to use the opportunity to refill that corrupting potion and start working towards a bit more. Road is
the mid
laner.
Yeah.
All right.
He's having a great time collecting those minions.
Look at all this experience that he's getting. Oof.
And then Jin Zhao's just question mark pinging every push. Now Misfortune's mid. We have really just meta shifted, haven't we?
Yeah. Double support mid lane. Okay. Imp is left on his own with Jin Zhao. He's down just a handful of CS. Ben 4 waiting on the top side of the map. Amy.
They know.
Yeah. Was looking for a gank, but didn't find it. Oh, you can hop into the brush there.
Yes.
Ben 4.
So Ben saw the ward go down, and he knows that Fiora's in lane, so it has to be Amy. He's hanging around expecting that he'll counter gank, but he's also just explicitly hanging around so that he can keep Amazing Jay alive, and he's about to walk onto a ward, unfortunately, if he continues to pursue that lane. And it's time wasted, which is where these supports are suddenly becoming mid laners and roaming around the map, because they're trying to make the difference. And that's why this is opportunistic, whereas the junglers are being strategic.
LGD now matching Aimee in this game. Game 1 was decided in 3 minutes. Game 2 decided in 7. So far, it looks like this is the closest match we've had of the two yet. This could be the true test. Can LGD live up to the skill that we expect of their players? Or can the team play of Aimee demonstrate that they're ready to take the LPL on in Storm?
Yeah, and they're not even playing with reservations exactly for a Game 3. They are starting to pressure each other. They're looking for things to happen. It's just that nobody's found it yet. And it feels like a disconnected game, you know? Like, it feels messy.
Still very early on. Imp continuing to farm up, going for the Vamp Scepter first, as Road just going to take a little bit of harass here. He's got the gray health, however. Plenty of time. Not seeing too many big differences open up across the map. Slight CS advantage for Amy, as he was topside most of the time, which means he's got more Krugs and Raptors than Ben 4, so still very even.
One interesting shift to note as well is that Misfortune being dragged around the map compensating for the Tahm Kench means that bottom's in a 1v1 scenario, as Athena is secretly available to get in there.
Yeah, he had the Realm Warp, wasn't spotted out, but thought he might have been. So just going to play it back as Funny continues to try to farm this out. PYL and Imp go for a quick roam, trying to control the river as Godby gets gifted blue. That Mountain Drake, going to be very high priority for both of these teams. They have a lot of potential for late game big neutral buffs. They're certainly going to want it.
Just kind of trading. Ben and Amy are struggling to actually get anything achieved on the map. All they got was a single flash on the top side. We're just waiting for something to crack. Everyone's being...
probing for weaknesses, but not yet finding any.
They are all being quite mentally strong, very vigilant.
Yes.
Athena likes recalling so much that he'll never get ganked.
I think that's like his 4th recall already in 9 minutes. He's still even in CS, however, and hasn't used his Realm Warp to get back into the lane, so he's managing the minion waves well.
But that's what I mean. It's like a strategy you can implement as a top laner most of the time. It's harder to do mid.
Oh, Amy. Chickens out. Doesn't have his smite, and Ben 4 just going to clear away that Scuttle Crab. It's 90 seconds of vision now for Aimee on that side, and Ben 4 is getting some vision on the deep side.
That is a wasted ward, though. There's no blue buff in sight, and that will not spot anything apart from Amy. So he's just looking aggressively to find the Elise, not to actually go for an objective as Rise is top.
Yeah, there goes the Realm Warp. Flash Snare. He already used the riposte. Funny is almost certainly dead here, and first blood goes to Aimee.
And Athena is making it happen. He is actually the one rotating as best he can. Ben 4's taking a shot at being a mid laner. This is the danger point. And Athena, being a respectful mid laner, is trying his best not to die. Really clever play. Aimee making it work.
That is the first kill. Can they expand it into more?
Still hanging out. Amy definitely looking. There's actually a teleport also in the tri-bush that shouldn't be spotted.
Oh, the sapling slows Funny on the way out of the teleport.
Oh yeah, so the sapling sees the teleport. I'm confused with Amy at the moment.
In trying to sneak top?
He's just like, he's spending a lot of time and resources to try and make something happen. Not necessarily in the place where he wants to make it happen, but in the place where he needs to make it happen, right? Like they've drafted themselves into this hole where they need to get top lane ahead. But they've actually got Amazing J ahead because Athena is roaming better than both junglers. Which is where this game's starting to really unfurl.
Athena has been playing like an absolute champion these past few days.
Oh, that was a shockwave.
Ooh. Whoops. Fat finger.
Tragedy.
Yeah. It was a zoning shockwave. Sending a message.
It was.
You take my control ward. Ooh! Ben4 gets in and then right back out over the wall. As Amy is going to finish off that wolf.
That shockwave being down though, with a minute until blue buff is up. I have expectations of them looking for the blue buff perhaps into the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, they know Funny doesn't have his teleport, and Amazing J walked back to lane with his. Realm Warp is back up for Athena, and Ben4 also has his Dragon Kick.
Yeah, which again comes back to the importance of the Mountain Drake we've alluded towards. We'll see if they actually place vision and things around it.
Yeah, LGD
He's looking top again.
LGD have set up a few wards. Athena, as you said, looking top, doesn't find it. Going for the cooldown boots, as is standard on Rise.
But the timing of it is the important part. Blue buff has just spawned. Perhaps they ping that he's at the blue buff, but really he's already ganking top lane. Trying to beat the tempo.
And take a look at Amazing J, again roaming down towards... Ooh, Amy is caught. Cocoon goes wide, flash kick into the wall. Ben4 is locked against the wall, and Road brings him back in. Athena goes to catch up. That's exhaust and flash from Godby. Bullet time is going to force the disengage as 4 members of IMA are unable to get it. Curtain Call finds him. He sidesteps one and flashes the wall to escape with his life.
Don't take that one, Ben, please. That was one of the weirdest trades that I think I have seen. Maokai being down here should mean a free Drake. It's on a ward though, and they know there's no Maokai. But they can't get there.
Yeah, there's nothing LGD can do to contest it, despite Ben4 completely whiffing his smite.
No, Godby does have his ult again. Oh. He doesn't have his ult again.
Yeah. So fast to react, is going to dodge that shockwave, and IMA are playing sharp. We've seen Amazing J on reaction, flash dodge a Cocoon, Ben4 flash dodging a shockwave.
It's not a big deal, but Wayless going for the QW, so attack dissonance into ult, slows down the ultimate. That's twice he's done it, and it doesn't actually work out the best for them, as you can see in the results of his hit rate on that shockwave. And the resounding 0.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, Funny did get some pressure onto the top tier 2, but didn't have a minion wave to help him push, so that only led to a 6 CS advantage, though he has finished off that Black Cleaver. Even in CS in that mid lane as Godby finally makes his way back, and Imp also just about even in CS with Jin Zhao. The blue has respawned. I mentioned it earlier, plenty of vision for IMA, and it's cleaned right up.
They didn't give him a way out. Athena left, so he had to waste the ward on it. Where's the communication? In saying that, a blue buff, pretty good communication to take away from Godby. Most importantly, taking it from an Orianna, not just the player that is Godby. Denying him that means that lane pressure and control should be absolutely in favor of Athena, and he's now level 11 with both summoners almost available. And so this means that he can push lane with his blue advantage and disappear. And this is what separated the winning from losing teams in LGD versus IMA games 1 and 2. Oh, that's big.
Oh, ouch! And the Deathfire touch. Yeah, taking a look, it is still fairly even. 1,000 gold in favor of IMA from that first blood and minor advantages that they've been able to accrue, but Athena.
You can see him moving around constantly. Godby has to recall. And so he's playing his timings perfectly. He is actually the star of the team at the moment.
While 2 days ago it might have been Road and Ben4 who were really stepping up, Athena has been having excellent performances. And is continuing to show that he can do it even when down to a best-of-1 situation. Amazing J going to eat some damage here. This is the
didn't
Vital
get it.
again. Immediately, Amazing J turns it around. That's a challenge as Amy is caught in his own jungle flash and the cocoon goes wide, but they could still head top. Amazing J kites it out and Funny has got to retreat. Flash, engage. They're going to try to turn it around. Amazing J is taking damage from the minions, but he heals himself back up. Athena's ready and there's no flash for Funny. Ooh, dodges one, but you can't dodge a point and click. Athena's going to clean this up. That's another one, 2-0, and they're going to look to take the first turret of the game. But LGD are going to try and trade back with 2 of their own. Top tier 1 goes down, but mid tier 1 is soon to follow. Imp is working on the bottom to try to get it more in their favor, bring it back a little bit closer to even, but he just doesn't do enough damage with that Blade of the Ruined King.
He has a lot of attack speed, but as you mentioned, the damage isn't actually there yet. So IMA are going to continue to push the top side of the map with Road placing vision and zoning LGD off. They won't get it, but they will do a lot of damage, and that damage will not regenerate. And so this is still positive movements once again, except for this one.
PYL tried to get aggressive with Imp onto Jin Zhao, but it's Imp who is left regretting these decisions. Oh, that 4th bullet was a strong one.
No flash for him, so there was definitely no survival there. And that was really good, actually, synergy with Amazing J. And Jin Zhao saving the smash for the crit bullet to ensure that he couldn't actually juke it no matter what.
Now 17 minutes in, it's IMA slowly starting to open up the lead as LGD are starting to show some weaknesses in remarkably an unexpected lane. It's Godfrey's weaknesses that are enabling Athena to do some amazing things. As IMA pressure the bottom tier 1, teleport being used by Funny to defend it. Road is going to pick up Amazing J and try to get out of there. Riposte is going to catch Amazing J and lock him down, but Funny has to back out as they're doing so much damage. Yeah, he ghosts in. He's got the shockwave, tosses it out to zone. That's Repel to try to get in there, but Amy's dropping down, and IMA are almost winning this. Athena gets in, and Athena looks like he wants to clean this up. The exhaust was already used, and Godby is separated from his team. Imp has respawned, but is in the mid lane, and that is Aime winning the fight. Kick from the back, following it up for the highlight finish. 7-2, Aime.
And in the battle of the mid laners, it just feels like Athena does more. The rest of the team, Road, dodging so many spells, keeping himself alive for long enough that Orianna could not hit that massive shockwave on multiple members. He tries, but he doesn't get it. And it just does not feel like LGD have what it takes. PYL doing this flash right now comes to hurt him. He had no reason to stay against the Jhin and a Maokai, especially after the sapling connected. And watch how Road actually plays this, because he takes so much damage at the start of the fight. His priority is to get 3 stacks on Funny, so Funny has to respect the Tahm Kench E. And watch how he dodges Godby. So gets the exhaust, has it ready. Knows that it's going to hit him now, and so he doesn't get hit by the shockwave. And because he lives for that long, Amazing J and Athena able to do all of this damage. And honestly, the Maokai's ahead. This is a Fiora that should be split pushing, but she has to team fight, and I may have a better team fight.
Now, 18 minutes in, it's 4,000 gold in favor of Aime. We haven't seen any effectively cataclysmic swings in either of these teams' games so far, so currently the projection is in their favor. But Aime are playing so well, and LGD just find themselves at a loss to dealing with this Aime roster.
And this team would be a lot better if Ben 4 was rotating quicker. That's the only major thing that's been missing in this series. A standout first series. This time he's slow to the mark. Of course, when his team wins without him, he is able to come in, lock it down, and kick people to finish off team fights.
So then what can we expect from LGD to try to bring it back to close this series out and look to take a win? As Godby flashes the snare.
That's a lot of respect actually paid. We need LGD to just hold on for dear life. They actually need a Ravenous Hydra, I would imagine, for Funny. He's just going to lose until he has it. He went for Black Cleaver. Going for Black Cleaver indicates he wants the team fight. But then they didn't draft for that, as we mentioned.
Ooh, they're going to continue chasing. Ben 4 completely whiffs that one. Let's put that one in the highlight reel as well.
It was a 50-50. You have to expect that someone will juke. Good players usually do.
Yeah.
Better players expect you to aim for that juke. Doesn't connect. Mind gamed himself.
That's LGD using the window to secure their own red buff, but Aime return to the strategy that works. Athena's pressuring bottom. He can 1v1 just about anyone. And Jin Zhao's back in the mid lane with the very mobile Ben 4 and Road swapping back and forth between those side lanes. Uh-oh. First bullet is going to hit. Athena's on the side. Amy tanks the fourth one.
Oh,
that is a
boy.
deep teleport. Where is he going?
I don't think he even knows where he's going.
He's
Oh,
going with
okay,
Athena.
what?
Imp is the target and does not stand a chance. That poor reindeer actually will flash and survive as Athena doesn't follow up with enough damage. Oh, Amazing J dodges with a quick snare and is able to walk away with his life, but only because LGD allow
That
it.
is so unusual. That was not on purpose. There's just no way. He teleported and was like, all right, who can we actually benefit hitting from this? And Athena locks it down. Like, Athena's doing everything.
Yeah, it seems like Aime are trying to accelerate the pace of this game as Road gets pulled back. Riposte is used a little bit early. The snare catches Amy for the damage, but not the slow. And Athena's continuing to pressure on that side lane, keeping Imp away from the minions while he's slowly working on the turret.
He will double kill them if he's allowed.
He's certainly going to be trying. There goes the bullet time. The auto attacks. Ooh, flash! Oh, the ricochet's not enough. And Athena will just recall. Road is right there, and Imp is level 11.
And that's the big thing we have to actually hit. So we haven't touched on it yet, but Imp is still playing Kog'Maw. And if there's one man in the LPL that you'd want playing Kog'Maw, it's not Deft because he left, it's Imp. And that guy will actually be able to solo carry an entire game if you get him to 3 items. But he's not exactly at that mark just yet.
Continuing to farm up and catch those minions. At 200 CS right now, fairly on track. Ben 4
They're
is
banking on a Tom
on
Kench
the
and
hunt.
Rise ultis to get there if they get the kick.
Yeah, he hops forward. There goes Tom Kench, kicked into the wall, and there's nowhere for him to go. He used his flash early, doesn't kill Ben 4 because of the exhaust from Road, getting that damage reduction and keeping his jungler alive. It's 8-2 right now, and Aime are accelerating this game more and more.
And that's the thing. If Imp had items, there's a chance he gets kills onto the squishy members of the team, but Lee Sin's going to get armor. He's going to start to scale up in how tanky he is. It's going to be a Maokai and a Lee Sin running at him. He can't go near Athena because he will get completely destroyed. They don't have anything to protect him besides Orianna. Orianna's job is not actually to protect him, but it feels like that's his new purpose.
They're trying to defend this mid-tier 1 right now as Athena works on it. Slowly but surely, Aime are pressing forward. All of the tier 1s have been taken, but for this mid one, and Aime are prepped and ready. Next Drake is going to be another mountain. You know Aime have got their eyes on that dragon timer. LGD trying to clear out this vision and slow the pace of the game down, but Aime are just so darn fast.
Yeah, the next major objective should definitely be that mountain Drake that you mentioned. They can still threaten a Baron, or just do this.
Ooh. Ah, PYL is going to survive. Godvi body blocks that sonic wave, but that is support recall.
Yeah, they're both just going to go back to base. Ben 4 is rinsing and repeating the exact same thing over and over.
Find someone, kick him, get damage on a turret. Athena's now swapped to the top lane as Jin Zhao eats a cocoon and just gets taken right away by Road. Oh boy.
Jin Zhao doesn't use the curtain call, values it for when the team is grouping. Godvi is now going to die to a Maokai.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
He doesn't have a flash. Road is there as well. There's the curtain call. And Ben 4 wants to be part of the team. Is he helping, guys? I'm helping, right?
He's totally helping. Now I may get another kill. Godvi out of position this time. They're taking turns, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The rinse and repeat style that we're seeing from them is going to come back to bite them because their team composition doesn't let them do anything. They're playing like their team comp doesn't let them do anything.
Yeah, the bottom tier 2 falls, the mid tier 1 falls. Mountain Drake is up in 40 seconds. Ben 4 has got his kick up again, so you know he's looking for a kill. Meanwhile, Funny is split pushing on the other side of the map. That's a 5-man recall.
Look at the health of that turret, though. Like, it's going to take him a while. It will die. Maybe not even this wave, though, unless the next one crashes, so he'll get a turret.
He's working on it.
That's it. He's done something for the team, which is fantastic. But the Drake's up in 10 seconds. Maokai has his teleport. And Funny has to recall first. Like, Ben 4 can just walk straight into the pit and do it.
9-2 right now. IMA are in control of this. LGD have got scaling, but slowly but surely they are falling further and further behind as IMA are taking step after step.
I wonder
to
if
get closer to the next.
going to be the Wits and Cosmo build. Where else would he go with 2 daggers besides the Phantom Dance? Or a rapid fire cannon?
Tough set.
It feels like because he's gone the Blazer on Hurricane, he might be the on-hit build. You never really know with him.
Ooh, Amazing J eats a cocoon and is forced to flash as LGD try to force a fight, but Ime simply back away. Meanwhile, Ime are fighting on the other side. Funny is the target, and he goes down.
Now they have to deal with the bottom side of the map. 3 members pushing. They can actually siege if LGD don't respond. And when they do respond, you have expectations that the Lee Sin and the Maokai would be pushing mid and or using that teleport threat to help them out.
Yeah, finally, LGD make their way over there, but that's half the damage on that turret.
And Imp's going to lose so much health.
Ooh. 4th bullet finds Imp. Athena
Oh!
follows up, flashes for the kill, and then carried away by Road, who's going to take some damage. Actually sidesteps the Acathian surprise, but the mid-tier 2 has since fallen, and Ime are pressuring multiple lanes at once now. Slowly but surely, LGD are cracking under the constant pressure of Ime.
And Ben still has his kick, so they're definitely going to go for this.
There goes the Realm Warp. Athena finds his way into the back. That's kicked right on top of a freshly arrived Athena. Ime might be looking to end this series right here and now. As 5, they continue to pressure forward. Athena follows it up for a double kill. Amy's zoned away. Funny is the only one surviving aside from him. The inhibitor falls. Ime continue to press forward.
They're looking towards ending this game, Dom. It feels like they have what it takes to complete this.
First Nexus turret falls. The second one is taking a lot of damage. The minions have been cleared, but Amazing J is very tanky. They're trying to kite this out around Funny. Imp has respawned and is going to do a lot of damage, trying to clean it up. Amy gets one. They're going to continue chasing. Amy takes a big crit and is forced to back away. Ooh. And Athena cannot follow up. Not even the snare is going to follow it up. That deadly flourish, that captive audience.
They don't get to end the game just yet. You're starting to see the makings of what Imp can actually do to a team if left unattended. But that's just a massive fight at the end of the day for Ime. The fact they get that inhibitor, Athena is just popping off something fierce. And only 2 members of the team have died, and it's their bottom lane, 13-3.
There are pings now going down onto the Baron from Ime. LGD have got some vision in the area, though Imp is getting a recall.
It's the perfect objective to take. They get the bottom lane inhibitor. It's the furthest distance away. Now, Funny does have teleport and Amazing J does not. So my expectation is a lot less baiting and a lot more doing when it comes to the Baron buff himself.
Yeah.
They just need to wait for Scuttle to dissipate.
They should see Imp on the other side of the map.
Yeah, well, that's the go button.
And he's clearing out those super minions. Recall even going to be completed. Seems like Ime are just setting up vision.
And if Imp stays for the next wave, they've got a Tahm Kench and a Rise ultimate. So they could immediately just go for kills instead of the Baron. Make that pick with the numbers advantage when the bulk of the damage from LGD is missing. And then do the Baron and end the game.
Seems like Ime might be trying to end the game here. Oh, Realm Warp over the wall. Yep, very stylish. As the Baron is started, again, they've got double Mountain. Amy, this is going to be a hero steal if he can go for it, but not if he dies first. He's going to try to run away from the pit. Bullet time does enough, but Athena secures it. Amy has died. Amazing J is going to go down, but his GA is popped. Shockwave only finds Road as they continue to chase forward, and Ime clean it up. 4 members dead. Funny, not a sight to be seen as LGD will fall, and Ime are now 2-0 in the LPL as they're going to win game number 3 over LGD.
Fantastic performance from Ime. The Baron buff and Funny to go with it. Should be enough to actually get them over the line here. That is a good turnaround when you look at game 3 from Ime.
Yeah, finally the ace and the Nexus falls. Ime, we talked about a gut check. Seems like they have shown, hey, we can come back in a series. Joining us once again on the desk, however, is going to be Raz in that 30-minute win. Again, Ime demonstrate that they are the team to beat right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Ime showcasing a lot, but Rusty, you put it best. Athena's a god right here.
It was legitimately the Athena show, right?
Yeah.
Like, the junglers were 0-0-0 for how long into that game, but the Ryze was controlling Wayless as well, of all mid laners. Like, Athena was controlling Wayless and rotating. I think what we have learnt from this game, and from the first one actually, is that he should just not get Ryze. Athena should not be allowed to have that champion in any way.
I mean, even that Cassiopeia that we saw in his series earlier this week just demonstrated Athena's playing on the top of his game, and not only that, the rest of his team is playing around that.
He's growing, and he's growing around with his team. That's the big point for me, and I think Athena is doing quite well for himself. I mean, that's an obvious point, right? But against Wayless, he's performing so well. Wayless had a few poor ultis, and we're going to take a look at this graph here.
Yeah, a 14,000 gold lead by the end of it. They did drop 2 turrets, so it wasn't a perfect game, but the kills really say it all. 18-3.
Yeah, that was an absolute smashing by the end of it. And it was a little bit slow out of the gates when you look at how these teams started, and it was slow, cautious. You know, it was a third game. They were trying to make plays, but they weren't over-committing to anything. They weren't overzealous and dying. And then they actually hit it, and they hit the ground running, I mean.
It's fun to see, especially between both of these teams. LGD didn't play that poorly overall. I mean, technically they did. Athena really did. Once he got the lead,